Click on the subscribe button, especially the bell on the right side. Otherwise, you will miss the latest videos.
To talk on Shri Sukta and making a bridging between the astrology and Shri Sukta. So as we all know that Shri Sukta is a part or a Sukta which comes in Rigveda, specifically in the 5th chapter end, which comprises of 15 phrases. There are 15 slokas in Shri Sukta. And from 16, the Falashruti of Shri Sukta starts. If the all who are participating in this webinar are aware of Shri Sukta, then fine. If not, let me brief it and then start about bridging between Shri Sukta shlokas and astrology. Shri means Lakshmi. Also, Shri, S-H-R-I, that Shri what we write. The Shri means all 4 Vedas, all 3 Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshas, and all 3 goddesses like Mahakali, Mahalakshmi, and Mahasaraswati. So it is a prosperity word what we use called Shri. So when it comes to finance, money, or prosperity, then definitely that is the goddess Lakshmi. As we all know, we have one mythological story where we have been taught that thousands of years ago, when there was some war between Asura and Sura, there was a Samudra Manthana. When that happened, 14 jewels came out of that Manthana, out of which Kshira Raja Kuvari, the daughter of Ocean, Samudra Raja Putri, that is, yeah. I was saying about the Samudra Manthana, the mythological story between Devatas and Asuras, that is, with good and bad, gods and devils. So in Samudra Manthana, many things came out. There were 14 jewels which came out, in which Mahalakshmi was also one. When Mahalakshmi came out, for her prosperity and her strength, she found Lord Vishnu to be the most suitable person for her marriage, and she put that Varmala to Lord Vishnu and got married to Lord Vishnu. And she started living in Vaikuntham. So on this mythological Puranas and Shlokas, the Shri Sukta is the Varnana, what we say. It's an adjective where only about Mahalakshmi, her being, her strength, her Vahana, her chariot, her everything, each and every small part by part is being explained, and everything is compared to the nature. How this Lordess Lakshmi is the nature. The nature itself is the Lordess Lakshmi. Whatever we earn, whatever we get, the resource from this nature is everything Lordess Lakshmi. For example, we say Dhana Lakshmi, Dhanya Lakshmi, the grains which we get from this nature. Arogya Lakshmi, Santana Lakshmi. There are 8 type of Lakshmis. There are many Lakshmis. Means each and Vahana, the vehicle what we use, we call it as Vahana Lakshmi. The Yantra Lakshmi, the instruments, machines what we use. Each and every machines through which we get resource, through which we get profit. Anything through which we get benefited is Lakshmi. The cow through which we get milk is a cow, Lakshmi. What we say it as Lakshmi, goddess Lakshmi for cow. So anything in this nature, in this universe, through which a human being is benefited is called as Lakshmi. That Lakshmi, that Lordess Lakshmi's Varnana about her, describing her, is there in Shri Sukta. For example, Hiranya Varnam, Harinim, Suvarna Rajatasrajam. So if I explain by word, Hiranya Varna means color. Hiranya means gold. So in that way, the color of that goddess Lakshmi, the ornaments, the weapons, the chariot, the way she comes, the way she blesses, the way she teaches her devotees, the things which she like, the ornaments, the color, the clothes, the food, the naivedyam, what we say, all are there in Sri Sukta. And also, the Sri Sukta is being very clearly attached to the nature. So here, let me make one small start with astrology. So whenever a Daivadnya or a well-versed astrologer go through somebody's chart and finds that Lord Shukra, the planet Venus, is weak, and Venus is a signification of luxury. Venus is a signification of female, marriage, prosperity, finance, luck, everything. So when a Vedic astrologer finds the planet Venus to be debilitated or combined with the enemy or is in the enemy house, and in case if the Lord Shukra in his Shadbala, if he is weak and unable to give good results in his Dasha Kala, in his Dasha time, Dasha period, many of the Vedic scholars, Vedic ritualists suggest to perform or to chant or to do the Parayana of Lourdes Lakshmi, that is Shri Suktam. It is not that only Shri Sukta is the Sukta for Lakshmi. There are many Sukta which are there. There is one called Akshubhyanti Sukta, Araikane Sukta. There are many Suktas which are directly relevant to Lourdes Lakshmi. But this Shri Sukta is very effective, very fast result. You get it, and it is very too easy to chant, very easy to understand, and very small to perform and participate. So here in Shri Sukta, as I said, there are 15 shlokas. 15 shlokas describe Lourdes Lakshmi and her strength, her powers, and other 15 shlokas and other shlokas are the Falashruti. Falashruti means what are the benefits, results you are going to get by chanting or performing any puja or homa of Lourdes Lakshmi, specifically by chanting or doing the parayana or homa of Shri Sukta. Here, it is very clearly in one shloka it has been said that Dhana Lakshmi, Dhanya Lakshmi, all the Ashtakshmis I was saying. Shri Varchaswam Ayusham Arogyam Ayudat Shobhamanam Mahiyate Dhanyam Dhanam Bahuputra or Bahukirti Labham Shatasam Vatsaram Dirghamayu. This is one Ashirvada mantra. In the similar way, there are many Ashirvada mantras which are there in Shri Sukta. The Ashirvada means blessings. Any elders, any big people, or any monks, or any priest, Acharya, the teacher, whenever they bless us for our prosperity, the priests or the pandits always chant these mantras from Palashruti mantras from Shri Sukta to give blessings in puja time or always when it comes to blessings. So what I can suggest here is that the specific Shukra, Lord Shukra, Venus, if in the horoscope, Lord Venus is weak or debilitated or in an enemy place, chanting the complete Shri Sukta. I have seen some texts where they split each and every shlokas, phrases, and give to unknown planet. That the first to the sun, second to the moon, third, no. Because we cannot do that. If you see the Parashara Hora Shastra, the Parashara clearly says the 10 Dashavataras leaving the Kalki, all the 9 avatars to the 9 planets. You might have seen this in the Parashara Hora Shastra. He has given it very clearly, where the Venus is being praised by Lord Varaha. In a similar way, here, when you chant the Shri Sukta, according to the Falashruti of the Shri Sukta, it provides you the prosperity, it provides you the good success, it provides you the intellectual knowledge, it removes the negative thoughts. If you have a lack of confidence, or when you are efforting but you are not getting the desired output in your life for your efforts, if something is missing, if something is not working, by consistently chanting the Shri Sukta, complete 15 phrases, 11 times, and last one time the Falashruti, or 3 times Shri Sukta and 1 time Falashruti, definitely, consistently by doing this, by chanting that mantra, the vibration energy what you gain within, specifically to say that alpha, beta, delta, and gamma signaling chemicals which are always there in the brains, the dopamine, which is very mandatory for the peace and for being happy. In this aspect, chanting the Shri Sukta will provide you an access or tools within to excel in your life. Specifically in astrology, the Lord of second house, whoever the planet is, if the Lord of second house, the Dhanesha, is debilitated or in an enigmatic place, or the Shadbalas are weak, definitely the second house is the house of resource. Dhanotpatti. The 11th house is the house to save. The 12th house is the money you spend, expenditures. The 10th house is the karma, what you do to earn that resource. And to all this, the Bhagya is the platform for your effort and your output. So here, Shri Sukta is an access or a tool for a person who is in difficulty. Here, see, I will tell you, as I said, if in the horoscope, in the Prashna chart, a farmer comes to an astrologer, Daivadnya, and asks about his cultivation of grains, what would be the result this season? Will I get a good grains this time? Will I be able to make good money out of my cultivation? When I see the fourth house and the ascendant, and also the monsoon planet moon, and if I see there is any difficulty, I can definitely suggest that farmer to chant the Sri Sukta in that land itself, sitting in that land, facing towards the north, and chanting this mantra early morning. Or, in case if you are unable to, call any priest who is well versed in this education, who has learned Sri Suktam, sit with him, provide him that adhikara, what we call as Rudvikorna. You give him that adhikara, do sankalpam, and you make him to chant instead of on your behalf. And if he chants so, in that same place, by that vibration of Sri Sukta, those small bacteria or the small insects which eats all those grains, destroy that cultivation, destroys that, everything will be protected, and he will have a very good result. In the similar way, an industrialist comes to you and asks that day by day, season by season, we are getting very less orders. Though we have sufficient orders, there are labor problems. Or every time, many of the cases I have seen that in my experience, big industrialists who have a very good top to top automatic machines, they get stopped working. One or the other instrument or the product or the work will not be working, immediately get damaged, or anything will happen. Technically, something will not be working, due to which the manufacturing will get stopped, unnecessary payment will be given. On time, the delivery will not be made, payments will be not get properly, and simultaneously that leads to a loss. Many of the time, when in that place, if I put a Prashna Jataka, and if I see that the Dhanesha, whoever he is not good, or the Venus is not good, we can definitely suggest such kind of people Stotra Shatavara, 108 times. Ashtottara Shatavara chanting the Shri Sukta and one time Balashruti. Tat Dashansha. Tat Dashansha means 10% of that, 108 times. By doing that Havana, using the Payasa Dravya, the rice, sugar or good, and ghee. By, by using this, doing that Havana, Shri Sukta Havana, definitely day by day, gradually, if any negative energy in that industry or in that factory will be rolled out, and slowly the progress will start finding, and the prosperity will definitely stay there, and the business will improve. In many ways, in many ways, Shri Sukta is not just a mantra, as I have seen many places where many people consistently effort, but one or the other obstacles will be always coming. The seniors will not be supporting, or some ideas which he was planning to will not be working. Many problems or obstacles one person will be facing in his routine professional life. There, we suggest that Ganapati Athatvasheersh or Ganapati Mula Mantra, the Vigna Nivaraka, obstacle remover, the Lord Ganapati, is much more effective and efficient in removing those obstacles. In a similar way, this is Sri Sukta. See, explaining the word by word Sri Sukta may not be so appropriate in this webinar, because here we are not in a grammar class or in a Vedantic class or in a literature class where the word by word is needed to be explained. What is really need to be explained is creating the real importance, the awareness of that Sri Sukta. Because many of the time, without, I think we don't find that in the spiritual remedies, in the ritualistic platform, we need to be very confident, we need to be very faithful, we need to be obedient, and yashastram pramanante karya karya vyavastha. As it is said in the Dharma Shastra, in the same way we have to perform. Instead that the way we want, the way we feel to, no, we cannot perform. The Sri Sukta, it is been said how to perform. The similar way only you have to perform. The Kamala, the lotus, is a very loving flower to the Goddess Lakshmi. The white clothes, the red cloth is a very, very pleasing and loving color and cloth to Goddess Lakshmi. There are many things like that. Kshira, Kshira Priya, Mahalakshmi. She likes milk. So there are many things in Sri Sukta where they have done the briefed about, explained about, or described everything about Lord of Lakshmi. So one more thing, in when I compare astrology to this Sri Sukta, why I am telling only Lord Shukra? Why not other planets? Yes, there is a one relation in the Puranas. The birth of Lord Shukra, the background of the Lord Shukra, the incarnation or the avatar of Lourdes Lakshmi, as we all know that Kubera is also a brother for Lourdes Lakshmi. The similar way, the relation that Stri Karaka, Sampat Pradhatra, Bhargava, what we say, Shukra, Kalatra Karaka. If the many of the times, because marriage is also one of the prosperity. The next step, Grahastha Ashrama is one of the biggest ashrama. The Brahmacharya, after Brahmacharya, the only Grahastha Ashrama is the prosperous ashrama where you can feed all the ashramas. You can feed the Brahmacharya, you can feed the Vanaprastha, you can also feed the Sannyasa. All are dependent on Grahastha Ashrama. That is why entering to the Grahastha Ashrama is also very important. That is also one Dhana Sampati Yoga, Sampada Yoga. So if in case if anybody's chart is finding and saying that the Kalatra Karaka, Saptamarishta Dosha, what we say, Kalatra Bhade, Saptamarishta Dosha, Dvibharya, Dvipati Yoga, if anybody is having that two marriages and other things, conflicts, complications, the seventh chart is very weak, the seventh house is weak, the house is been observed or accepted by expected by the malefic planets or any other thing, that seventh house is been damaged from the ascendant seventh house, from the moon seventh house, and from Venus seventh house. All these three planets are very important for marriage. When we see that there is a difficulty and the Dasha Shruti is not there, I promise chanting this Shri Sukta 11 times every Friday for 4 Fridays, and then after one good day, seeing the good Muhurta as per our Tarabala, and performing 108 Sri Sukta Parayana and one Havana. And there is one Krishna Sutra Vesthana Vidhana, means Krishna Sutra means the black color thread. That should be 11 threads. That 11 threads, there is an evidence for everything. This in Tantra Shastra. What I'm saying is Tantra. Katyayani Tantra. The Tantra name is Katyayani. That Tantra. There is one procedure where that thread, Abhimantrana, we say it as Abhimantrana. Keep that thread with your hand, chant that mantra, and wear that hand in your right wrist. And definitely, I promise that the for bridegroom, for the bridegroom, that bride, Anurupena Swavarna Vara for Kanya and Kanya for Vara. Kanyam prapnoti vara, vara prapnoti kanyam. By chanting this, by performing the Shri Suktam, definitely the any sin made in the past which is stopping you to get married, to get that Grihastha going to Grihastha, that sin or the papa will definitely be flushed, and definitely you will go to the next step and your marriage will happen. Now, as I am only talking about the Shri Sukta and the bridging between Shri Sukta and astrology, I am saying this. It is not that there are other ways to get marriage, other remedies for that problem. No, there may be. Definitely there may be. As one, if in case I am suffering with fever 102 or 103, there are many ways. I can take a paracetamol. Instead, I can take a long rest, or I can take that kashaya, what we say. There are many things. We can take that black pepper or a cardamom, boil, drink that. There are many more remedies through which I can come out of my fever. The similar way, when we are today on the platform of Shri Suktam, the benefit what we can take out of chanting or doing the parayana or performing the Shri Sukta Homa, I am suggesting. And as per the Falashruti of the Shri Sukta, one who is suffering with issues, Santana dosha, Purva Punya Sthana, Saptansha, is been found effective, and is definitely is been proving that in this Dasha Kala, there is no Santana Yoga for the husband and wife, both child. There is an issue. If they consistently chant Shri Sukta regularly in their house, and that Santana Gopala mantra, Devaki Sutta Govinda Vasudeva Jagatpati, along with that, any sin, as I said, any prarabdha which is stopping them to get their issues for their progress and success in their life, that will be removed off. And by the grace of Sri Sukta, they will be blessed with the children. That is what, as I said, Lakshmi is not only the money. Dhana Lakshmi, Dhanya Lakshmi, Santana Lakshmi, Moksha Lakshmi, horse for Gaja Lakshmi, what all is the Gaja is elephant, Ashwa Lakshmi. What is Ashwa? Horse. Because it helps us for transportation from one place to other. As I said, Go Lakshmi. A cow is a Lakshmi. We always in Hindu tradition, in Indian ritual, we call it as why. Why? Because anything through which we are benefited is Lakshmi. That is why in Shri Sukta, by praying, praising, chanting, surrendering ourselves to Lord as Lakshmi, the benefits we are going to get is been said in the Falashruti. That 15 shlokas describe, explain about Mahalakshmi are going to be benefited when told in Falashruti. So, Astrologically, Venus is very important. Any defects found in Venus, you can suggest Sri Sukta. Apart from when any difficulties in our life, as I said, any sampada dosha, anything we desired output we want in our life, and we are unable to get it by chanting this Shri Sukta. See, there are many ways to praise Lord Lakshmi, but this Shri Sukta is much more effective and powerful in getting the blessings of Lord as Lakshmi. So, uh, there are many things to explain more about Goddess Lakshmi. There are many analogies can be given. Any mythological stories can be added to more influence and make this session more impressive. But in all around the circle, I can say one thing is that Shri Sukta is the Sukta very importantly for finance, for health, for peace of mind, for success, many more things. Because desires and expectations are endless in human life. We may eat less, we may talk less, we may do anything less, but we cannot live without desires and expectations. The moment one expectation or desire is fulfilled, four or five more are ready. The four or five more are completed, 10 or 15 are ready. This is how we have led our life. This is how we are going to lead. Not only our generation, the whole thousands of years, the generation by generation, era by era, decade by decade, the people lived their life are the same. So that is why in Hindu religion, there are remedies where you get peace of mind, where you get good prosperity through dharma marga. Dharma, artha, kama, moksha. You have to earn your money in the way of dharma without hurting anybody, without cheating anybody, knowingly or unknowingly. That the way we earn money is very important. Why? Because the time when we are earning illegally finds to be very happy. And I'll tell you, if I am doing some illegal work and if I chant this Sri Sukta or any Devata Upasana, definitely I may not be blessed because that is hurting somebody, that is destroying somebody, that is paining somebody. So Bhagavad Kripa, what we say, Bhagavad Anugraha will never be happened by hurting somebody and getting our needs fulfilled. So that is not practically possible. That is why we need to be very clear with our heart. We need to be consistent. We need to have a lot of patience. It is not that by 4 days chanting Shri Sukta, if there is no desired output or result you are expecting, you don't get, and you stop chanting it. No, it is not a business. It is a big kind of what we say it as a struggle. It's a hard struggle to gain the blessings of a God. It's a very difficult part. We have to melt our prarabdha. To that extent, the extent we need our desired output. To dissolve, to melt our prarabdha, to fulfill all our financial needs, to fulfill all our happiness and successes, Sri Sukta is one of the best remedy and easy remedy and fast result giving remedy. So, I really thank Mr. Girish and Sunil John and all the Vinayak Bhatt and other team to giving me this opportunity to say something about the Sri Sukta. And I'm really sorry by coming late and some disturbances what happened in between. Uh, Actually, I had one more session to complete in between, which was supposed to complete by 5 o'clock, but unfortunately it didn't got complete, and now I'm completing it. So I'm taking a leave with all your blessings. If anything is need to be asked, yes, you can ask. Girish, thank you very much. Thank you all. Namaste.
Thank you, sir. If anybody
Thank
is
you, sir.
having any queries, you can raise your hand and you can ask the question. Yes, ma'am. Mohini ma'am, you can ask. Kindly unmute yourself.
Are we supposed to chant it 3 times or 1 time?
Hello.
Shri Sukta Paath. Are we supposed to do it 3 times or 1 time?
See, as I said, if uh, depending upon the problems, for example, in your professional life, something is not working, or something is you need to get like promotion or anything, or your project is not getting complete, it is consistently getting delayed due to one or the other thing. Every day chanting Sri Sukta for 1 time, that 15 slokas, every day chanting the Sri Sukta for 1 time will definitely slow by slow, gradually, it will fulfill what is missing, that you can put in that project and come out of it. So,
if one doesn't have actually really a problem kind of a thing, but normal rituals, when we chant mantras and you are chanting Shri Sukta also.
1 time is enough.
1 time, because I was told that most of the time, like Ganesh, Athatvasheersh, and even Aditya Hriday Srot and Shri Sukta, everybody should do it 3 times. That's what I was told. So
Vedokilam dharma moolam. Veda is the moola of our dharma, where in every day we have to be in touch with our Vedas.
okay.
Veda with means jnana. So jnana means the knowledge, because the knowledge is the only access through which we can excel in this bhavasagara, the life of ocean, what we say. That is the only remedy. Chanting all these suktas 1 time is much more enough. 3 times, 5 times is not necessary. 3 times, 5 times, and 11 times are specific. That is kamya upasana. In the nitya upasana, 1 time is not enough. For kamya upasana, for specifically for this, for marriage, for finance, for that 11 times, 108 times, like that it is there. Right?
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. Thank
Yeah.
you.
So, sir, there are 37 phrases in this sukta, if I'm right. So you are saying the first 15 in series?
Yes.
I'm again clarifying myself that there are 37 phrases in Shri Sukta. You are saying to recite the first 15 in series. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Because the Shri Sukta, 1 second, just be on a line. Yes. First 15, not 13.
Not 13, he's saying 37. But the copy which I have, it has got 16 shlokas.
Yeah, 16 slokas. 15 are the Mula Shloka, and the 16th one is Falashruti.
Okay. There are 16. It's this one.
15 slokas are something describing, completely making her relating to the nature, is 15 slokas.
Okay.
Similarly, as Purusha Sukta, where it has been made very clear to the universe and the Lord Vishnu.
Yeah.
Similar way is Shri Sukta.
Okay.
Not
Thank you.
13. 15 plus 1. Yes. Girish, is that all clear?
Sir, one question there.
Yes.
As a previous question, it is mentioned like there are 37 shlokas, 37, but as you said, only to chant 15 and the rest are shrutis, fal shruti. So does it have to be chanted only once and 3 times the 15 ones?
Exactly. The Falashruti has always been chanted only 1 times. There are many shlokas like that. There are Khadgamala Stotra, where there is a
Yes.
Falashruti and the Stotra. For example, that Sankatanashana Ganesha Vimochana Stotra, where there is Shloka is different and the Falashruti is different. Chanting the Shloka is very important. The Varnana of that Mahalakshmi is much more important. Then after chanting 1 time the Falashruti, you come to a conclusion that I have done this mantra and chanting, and I will be definitely getting this desired output. Definitely, I'll getting this fruit.
Okay, so it's
So that
not
is a
necessary to chant whole.
No, no, no. Every time in all mantras, Falashruti is different. The Moola mantra, the Varnana is different.
Thank you, sir, so much.
Yes, yes.
हेलो
Hello, Girish.
Yes, sir.
हेलो
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can ask your question.
ये सर ये विनियोग पहले किया जाता है, वो किया करना चाहिए क्या
क्या
श्री
सर?
सूक्त में? श्री सूक्त में पहले विनियोग करते हैं ना, विनियोग।
विनियोग?
हाँ, मतलब कुछ प्रार्थना एक पहले होती है अलग से।
नहीं, 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 ये देखिए मैं बताता हूँ। श्री सूक्त ये है, इसका एक प्रयोग है। मतलब समझ लीजिए, कौन से भी विधान के लिए एक विधान होता है। जैसे मैंने कहा, यशास्त्रम प्रमाणन्ते कार्य कार्य व्यवस्थित हो, शास्त्रानुसार ही उसे करना है। जैसे कि समझ लीजिए, आपको आज श्री सूक्त का पाठ करना है, तो आपको सुबह जल्दी उठकर नहाना है, शुद्ध शुभ्र वस्त्र पहनकर, पूर्व या उत्तर दिशा को मुंह करके या भगवान के सामने बैठकर, आंख को थोड़ा पानी लगाकर, पहले आपका
हाँ
नाम लेना है, आपका इच्छा संकल्प करना है, माता लक्ष्मी का प्रार्थना करना है, बाद में इसका पाठ करना है।
ठीक है, मतलब डायरेक्ट जो ओम हिरण्य हरिणीम जहाँ से शुरू होता है वहां से शुरू कर ले, है ना? ओम
हाँ।
हिरण्य वर्णा हरिणीम श्रवण सुजात, वो जो
हिरण्यवर्णाम हरिणीम सुवर्ण रजतस्रजाम चंद्राम
अच्छा मैं
हिरणमयीम लक्ष्मीम
अरे मैं
जातवेदो
साहब जैसे
महावह।
बोलने में पूरा बोल नहीं पाता हूँ, तो मन 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 में कर ले, ठीक है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है ना?
नहीं, 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 वेदों का मन मन में करना सही नहीं है सर। न गीते न मध्य, वेदों
लेकिन
का उच्चार स्पष्ट होना ही चाहिए, मन में नहीं। इट इज नॉट अ स्मॉल पारायण और अष्टोत्तर शतनाम पारायण, नो। यू हैव टू चैंट, द वॉइस हैज टू कम आउट।
चैंट में तो हमारा
इस
जैसे अभी मैं बोल रहा हूँ, मैं करता हूँ मन में तो पूरा आ रहा है, लेकिन मैं वर्बली वो लाउडली ऐसे
तो
बोल के
कोई
करना
बात
चाहता
नहीं
हूँ,
है,
तो
तो
पूरा
कोई
उच्चारण
बात
होगा ही
नहीं है।
नहीं।
हाँ, कोई बात नहीं है। आप किसी श्रोत्रिय पंडित से आप सीख लीजिए। नहीं तो कहीं पर भी आज ऐसा जमाना है, आपको यूट्यूब में उधर इधर आपको श्री सूक्त के वॉइस मिल जाएंगे। आप उसे लेके प्ले कीजिए, सुनते
हाँ
सुनते
हाँ,
पाठ कीजिए, पढ़िए, सुनते सुनते पढ़िए, क्योंकि दैट वाइब्रेशन इज मच मोर इंपॉर्टेंट सर। दैट हैज टू, आपकी आवाज आपके कानों पर पड़नी चाहिए। बहुत वेद का वही विशिष्टता है, वही विशेषता है। आप मन में नहीं पढ़ सकते सर, नो, यू कांट।
ओके ओके ओके, थैंक यू
Excuse
थैंक
me, sir.
Not only Shri Sukta, any Veda. It is a
यू।
Shruti.
Sir,
It
नहीं तो मैं
has
तो
to
हनुमान
be.
चालीसा,
हाँ,
sir.
मैं तो हनुमान चालीसा हो या 10 पाठ करता हूँ, वो सारे सब मन में ही करता हूँ। गायत्री मंत्र है तो वो मन में सब कुछ, ईच एंड एवरीथिंग।
गायत्री मंत्र अलग है। उसे मन में ही करना है। उसे
अच्छा।
हम स्पष्ट से कहते हैं, गुप्तो मुक्तः प्रकटो भ्रष्टः। जितना गुप्त
हम्म।
है उतना मुक्त है, उतना शक्तिशाली है। प्रकट हो
नहीं
गया तो भ्रष्ट हो गया।
नहीं, हनुमान चालीसा करूँ चाहे उनके 3 पाठ है, बजरंग
हाँ,
बाण है, सब मन में ही कर रहा हूँ सब को, और
हनुमान
विद
चालीसा जो है ना, वो गोस्वामी तुलसीदास का रचन है।
हाँ, वो
वेद जो
ठीक
है,
बात।
वेद के जो मंत्र है,
हम्म।
इसके अधिष्ठात्रु ऋषि मुनि है। जैसे कि किसी भी मंत्र का एक छंदस होता है,
हम्म।
और
हाँ हाँ,
किसी भी
सुन हाँ
मंत्र का,
ठीक है।
अस्य श्री शुद्ध शक्ति माला महामंत्रस्य
हम्म।
नारायणी ऋषि, मतलब किसी भी मंत्र का दृष्टांत बोलते हैं हम उसको, दृष्टांत कर। किसको
सही
ये
बात है,
दर्शन हुआ, ये मंत्र किसको दर्शन हुआ? कोई भी
ठीक
श्लोक,
बात।
कोई भी मंत्र का एक, अभी अब हम सूर्य का मंत्र वेदों में है। आ सत्येन आ कृष्णेन रजसा वर्तमानो निवेशेन अमृतमर्तन च हिरण्येन सविता रथेन देवयाति भुवनानि पश्यन्। ये किसको दर्शन हुआ? ये मंत्र किसके ऋषि के स्फुर में आया?
नहीं, अगर हम सीख भी लूंगा बोलने में कोई दिक्कत नहीं, लेकिन मेरी जो जबान ही लड़खड़ाती है तो क्या कर सकते हैं?
कोई बात नहीं, आप श्रवण कीजिए सर।
ठीक है,
आप
वो
बोल नहीं
चलेगा।
पाते, 100% श्रवण कीजिए, तत्समान फल है आपको।
ठीक है,
बोलने
फिर
से ही
ठीक है।
फल मिलेगा नहीं, श्रवण
हाँ तो
से भी
आपने
तत्समान फल है।
आपने मेरी समस्या का समाधान दे दिया सर, थैंक यू।
वेरी गुड, वेरी गुड।
थैंक्स थैंक्स।
Lucy, sir, I have a question. Oh,
Sir, पूछिए सर, पूछिए। You can ask your question, sir.
यार मैं बहुत दिनों से श्री सूक्त का पाठ करता हूँ, लेकिन मैं एक छोटा सा कड्डी पे और घी की आहुति देता हूँ 16 बार। मतलब वो जो 16 मंत्र हैं, और 16 मतलब 16 आहुति देता हूँ। क्या ये सही है या गलत है?
सर सॉरी, मुझे सही से सुनाई नहीं दिया सर। आप 16 श्लोकों को,
सर,
मंत्रों
एक
का
कंडी,
उच्चारण करते हैं और हवन करते हैं।
जी 16 बार घी की आहुति देता हूँ।
घी
एक
से
बार
आहुति
मंत्र,
देते हैं।
फिर जी एक बार मंत्र, फिर उसकी ओम स्वाहा, फिर देन सेकंड, फिर ओम स्वाहा। क्या ये सही है या गलत है?
गलत है सर। आप उसका पारायण कर सकते हैं। यज्ञ जो है ना, हवन जो है ना, उसकी प्रक्रिया अलग है, उसके विधि विधान अलग है, उसमें बहुत सारे प्रयोग लगते हैं। यजह यजन वो यज्ञ जो होता है उसमें बहुत प्रक्रिया होती है, बहुत सारे प्रयोग होते हैं, जिससे मिलाकर ये श्री सूक्त का पाठ कर नहीं मिलेगा। सिर्फ तारों को जोड़ने से, मतलब सिर्फ वायर्स को लेके आके तारों को किसी इंस्ट्रूमेंट से जोड़ने से वो मशीन चालू नहीं होगा सर। पावर सप्लाई भी बहुत जरूरी है। ऐसा इन सिमिलर वे यज्ञ करने के लिए बहुत सारी प्रक्रिया होती है, जैसे स्तंडिल का शुद्धिकरण, वो स्थालीपाक प्रयोग बोलते हैं, वो प्रयोग करके स्तंडिल शुद्धि करके वो देवा अग्नि मम सम्मुखो वरदो भव, भगवान ये अग्नि कुंड और मेरे सम्मुख में एक रूट बना के, एक पैनल, एक ब्रिज बना के, उस अग्नि भगवान जो स्वाहा जो है, वो अग्नि भगवान की पत्नी का नाम है। स्वधा और स्वाहा दोनों अग्नि के पत्नियां हैं। जब भी हम स्वाहा कहते हैं तो अग्नि भगवान अपना जीप बाहर निकालता है, हम उसमें हविर द्रव्य, भगवान को समर्पण करने वाला द्रव्य उसमें डालते हैं, और उसे वो स्वीकारता है और उसी भगवान को जाके वो देता है। लेकिन वो रूट ही, अगर वो रास्ता ही नहीं बना तो वो काम का नहीं है सब। बेहतर है आप
समझ में
पारायण
ठीक
कीजिए, हवन मत कीजिए।
है। ओके, एनी अदर क्वेश्चंस?
Sir,
मोनिका जी, यू कैन आस्क।
I have a question, sir. Like many people do their daily rituals, like some people chant Hanuman Chalisa or some people chant Om Namah Shivaya. So the Shri Suktam can be done with them, the daily ritual, whatever the person is doing. Is it okay?
Yeah, if she has learnt it very properly from a very scholar Vedic person, without any mistake or any verbal mistake or any vocabulary mistake, yes, he can definitely do. Because if he chant wrongly, if he
Hmm.
spells wrongly, that would
Hmm.
lead to a negative effect. That is why it has always been said, Nato samo daiva ripuhu. There is no enemy bigger than God. If he is a God, he will always be good. If something goes wrong with God, he is the biggest enemy.
Okay. So
So
like my question was.
instead what I suggest, as I suggested to the gentleman, the first person who had this question, you
Hmm.
better chant, you better listen. Shravan is also very easy. You put a audio, you listen it.
No, sir. My question is like some people do a daily ritual. Like for example, I do Om Namah Shivaya jap 108 times daily. So Shri
Definitely
Suktam
you
can
can
be
do
done
Shri Suktam.
along with that.
Definitely
I
you can
can
do
do.
Shri Suktam. Definitely you can do Shri Suktam daily. You have to do Shri Suktam daily. It is been clearly said in the Nitya Puja Vidhana. In the Nitya
Okay.
Puja Vidhana, the daily puja, what we do in our house, compulsorily we have to chant this Rudra, Shri Sukta, Purusha Sukta, Narayana Sukta, Nana Vida Sukta, you have to chant in your daily puja. Compulsory. It is been
Okay.
clearly said. You have to chant.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
सर, यू कैन आस्क योर क्वेश्चन।
हाँ सर, मैं ये पूछना चाह रहा था कि इसको हिंदी अनुवाद में भी कर सकते हैं। जिसको संस्कृत नहीं आती तो वो हिंदी अनुवाद इसका पढ़ सकता है रोजाना।
हाँ बिल्कुल, लक्ष्मी चालीसा पढ़िए ना आप। लक्ष्मी चालीसा जो है वो
हाँ
सिमिलर ही है, आप बिल्कुल उसे पढ़ सकते हैं। लक्ष्मी चालीसा जो है वो इसी
हाँ।
का स्तुति का वर्णन ही है।
अच्छा अच्छा।
आप बिल्कुल लक्ष्मी चालीसा पढ़िए, या आपको निश्चित वही फल मिलेगा, कोई
नहीं,
संदेह नहीं।
श्री सूक्त का हिंदी अनुवाद भी पढ़ सकते हैं।
नहीं, उसका अनुवाद नहीं है ना सर, इसका अनुवाद
नहीं,
ही
अनुवाद
हनुमान, अनुवाद
अनुवाद
ही।
है ना। अनुवाद उपलब्ध है, मतलब पुस्तकों में देर का हिंदी अनुवाद है।
बताइए जरा।
हाँ, ये ये हिंदी अनुवाद भी दे रखा है ना इसमें श्री सूक्त
नहीं,
में।
ऐसा ऐसा भाषांतर होता है सर, ये इसको
हाँ
भाषांतर बोलते हैं।
हाँ
आई गॉट इट, आप जो कह रहे हैं मैं समझ गया। जो देवनागरी में है, जो
हाँ
देवनागरी में लिखा हुआ ये जो श्री सूक्त ऋग्वेद का है, इसको उन्होंने हिंदी में अनुवाद किया है।
हाँ जी। हाँ, तो उसको भी पढ़ सकते हैं।
हाँ बिल्कुल पढ़ सकते हैं सर,
हाँ हाँ
100% पढ़ सकते हैं। वो तो
हाँ
और भी
बस।
अच्छा है, और भी अच्छा
हाँ
है। बिल्कुल कर
हाँ
सकते हैं।
हाँ, वे जिसको संस्कृत नहीं आती वो हिंदी अनुवाद पढ़ ले
हाँ बिल्कुल
रोजाना।
कर सकते हैं सर, बिल्कुल कर
हाँ
सकते हैं, कोई संदेह नहीं है।
हाँ बस।
भगवान का नाम स्मरण करना,
हाँ
उसमें भाषा बीच में नहीं आएगा।
हाँ जी, हाँ जी।
हर्षित जी, यू कैन आस्क योर क्वेश्चन।
Sir, other than Shri Sukta, is there any specific number of names we can chant like Ashtavali or 100 and 108 you want to give?
Ashtavali.
Ashtakam, जैसे Lakshmi Ashtakam and
Yeah,
108.
those are again, as I said, this gentleman he was saying about the translation of Shri Sukta in Hindi language. And in between, when I was explaining about the Shri Sukta and I was bridging between the astrology and the Shri Sukta, I clearly mentioned, as today we are talking about Shri Sukta and its Falashruti and its results. So I am taking only example of Shri Sukta. But I also gave an analogy. If I have a fever, there are many ways to overcome it. So to financial prosperity and other prosperity, only Shri Sukta is not the remedy. It is one of the remedy. Mahalakshmi Astakam, as I said, Mahalakshmi Stotras, Namastestu Mahamaye Shri Pite Surapujite, Shanka Chakra Gada Haste Mahalakshmi Namosute, written by Adi Shankaracharya. Yes, you can chant this because it's so beautifully. You see the word, what he has written, the Shankaracharya, it is so exclamatory. You love to chant it. If you know the meaning and the words they have used, it's absolutely legitimate. Yes, definitely you can chant from Mahalakshmi Astakam. No issues.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir, for a wonderful lecture.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you once again, sir.
Namaste to all. Namaste.